Okay, over to you, Stella.
Hello. Hi, everyone, for this beautiful day today. We are very happy to introduce a wonderful artist here. And thank you very much for having me hosting Ina Nagaytseva. And I am very honored to be here in place of John, who is in Bologna, and most of the family of Daniel Smith's ambassadors are there. We wish them a wonderful time, and in spirits we are with them. Um, I'm very happy to introduce Anna Nagaytseva. Ina, I'm sorry, Ina
Oh, no
Nagaytseva.
worries.
Ina grew up in Ukraine and lives at the moment in Canada, in Calgary. I did not know her personally, but I've seen her work, of course, on Instagram and Facebook. And I enjoy very much her wonderful seascapes, as all you know how much I love water. And she paints a lot of lighthouses and boats and water. I enjoy that very much. So I'm very happy to welcome Anna with us today. Thank you very much to accepting our invitation, Anna.
Thank you very much, Stella. Thank you again to everyone for this good opportunity and for the invitation. I will be happy to show you some of my techniques and what I'm typically doing with watercolor. Few words about me before we will start. I'm originally from Ukraine, now living in Canada, in Calgary, in the middle of nowhere, like the local people say. I am the auto mechanic by education, but 7 years ago I changed my life, and now I'm a full-time artist. So this is what I'm doing for life. I'm teaching, I'm painting, and I'm trying to show to the world how beautiful and amazing watercolor is. My passion is to show the sea, to show the water movement, boats, crashing water, lighthouses, whales. So actually everything dedicated to water. But I never lived near the water, so this is a bit interesting.
That is
Um,
amazing.
yeah, but anyway, yeah, I'm doing different stuff, but generally, yes, water is my passion, and I believe the watercolor is the most incredible medium which shows the water. So that's why I'm always experimenting with this. I'm always trying to find some new technique to create something beautiful and to show people that look, it can be so easy. It is not difficult, you know. Yeah, I'm teaching. I have my own studio in Calgary, and actually yesterday I received the news that I got a larger place, so I will move in June to larger space and for creating something more for a larger amount of students. And also, I'm organizing some kind of workshops here. I already organized workshops for Eldest Korea, Solovyov, and this summer I'm waiting for Fabio Cimbranelli. So trying to do lots of stuff in Calgary.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So
Stella,
yeah.
we do have prepared the PowerPoint slides for Ina, the usual information that we share. We have Ina's socials and some of her sample artworks. So we will
Yes,
share that first.
looking forward to seeing it.
Mhm.
Oh, I believe some of my students watch me. I can see some messages from them.
Ah, mhm. Okay, so
Okay,
please
here.
meet our guest, Ina. I'd rather not say her last name. I may mispronounce it.
It is
And of
it
course,
is
Ina
Inna
is very much.
Nagaytseva.
How do you pronounce your last name, Ina?
Nagaytseva. Nagaytseva.
Nagaytseva. There you go.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, she's very active on socials. So if we could follow Ina, that would be awesome. She's on Instagram. This is her handle. Easy to remember her first and last name, Ina Nagaycheva. And she's also on Facebook. Ina, the next couple of slides are sample artworks, and we would like we would love to hear something about each of the artworks here. Let's start with this piece.
Oh, this one. This one, this one was actually created with my private student. We mixed a few pictures, like we took a picture of lighthouse, we took a picture of some fishing boat, and we took a couple of pictures from the stormy water, crashing sea, and we have a large size. So in 40 minutes, yeah, I'm typically doing everything at once. I'm not, I'm never doing the same picture again. And for me, 40 minutes and it is done. I'm never going back to, to this. So for me, it is important to show what I'm feeling right now in this minute. So in this case, we had, some active conversation, and we were spraying a lot of the paper. We were used lots of water and tried to connect it few different pictures together. So here you go. And I believe I used here only 3 colors: indantron blue, pyrrole red, and neutral tint. Yeah, maybe a little bit of orange for the lighthouse and for the board, but generally blue, red, and dark. Yeah.
Wonderful dynamic, Ina.
Thank you. Oh, this one, this one is one of my favorite subjects. I don't know why I have a passion for the humpback whale, and I love, the moment when they jump in from the water. The water is going down from their body, and they coming back to the water. So I'm always trying to show this movement, to show this feeling that this huge whale creating some kind of movement around, and it is shows the power of the whale, and the same in the same time shows the power of the water. So yeah, and again, it was like, yeah, in 40 minutes, something like this, I did this one. And here I used phthalo green with a neutral tint. Yeah, 2 colors. Oh, this one, this one, this one was created also on the private class. We learned the crash in water, and again, you see, for me, it is important to show the expression of the water, the expression of movement, and then watercolor is the best medium for showing this. So you can see that I'm not I'm trying to have not perfect picture. I'm trying to show some kind of expression. What I'm feeling right now, I'm feeling right now like I'm very energetic, for example. So I will splash lot, much more. So that's actually how it's created. And I'm not, I'm trying to turn off my brain when I'm painting. So I have nothing. My head is clean. And all the time, I'm not expecting for the perfect result. I'm like, okay, we will see how it will go and I will get when I will be done. And sometimes it is turning out not bad,
You're painting with courage, Ina. That is wonderful, and it shows.
Thank you. Yeah, and here, yeah, this one has a very interesting story. There was a Michael Solovyov's workshop, and he demonstrated how he painted the landscape without any pencil drawing. So everybody did the one picture. I choose another one. So I tried to, I tried to make it without any pencil again. I choose my own picture, and again, I sprayed it. I spray it a lot. So yeah, this is very.
Damn it! I did it.
Very, very interesting work. Yeah, I love it. Oops, I can see the black screen.
Yeah.
Everything is cool now.
Thank you very much for showing us and telling us stories. I love how expressive you paint, and it's the mood of the moment and what you feel. That is wonderful. Okay, let's see what you're going to show us today, Ina.
Okay, good luck to me.
Good luck to you. Break the leg, like Americans say.
Thank you. Okay, if you don't mind, I will turn off my camera with my face because typically I'm standing when I'm painting, so I need to turn it off. And I will stand, and we can start. So,
Okay.
let's go.
By the
Yeah,
way,
if
just
you will
before
have,
Ina starts, Ina, it's fine to have questions answered in the middle of her demonstration. So, friends, you can type in your questions in the chat, or if you would like to open your mic, that's also fine. Thank you.
yes, feel free to send your questions or to ask them. I will be happy to answer. So today I choose another lighthouse with the crash in water. As you can see, I'm not doing much pencil drawing. I'm not a pencil person. I like to do most of the work with watercolor. So I only drew I only did the pencil drawing for the lighthouse. And today I will use not typical color mix for me. You know why my paintings are, you know, have so much expression. That's why because I'm never preparing, so I never don't know how the painting will turn out. I'm trying to not control it, and I'm trying to give myself a freedom in watercolor. So that's why I'm trying to go more in expressive style. So today I have four colors. I have Mayan dark blue. I have cobalt green deep. Both of them I will use for the water. I have neutral tint for the dark details. I have pyrrole red. So this is all my four colors today. I'm using the rough texture paper, and I will use a technique when I'm wetting the paper on the both sides, because unfortunately in Calgary, the air, the weather all the time is very dry. So in this case, I need to wet both sides of the paper. So I will have much more time for working on the wet surface.
Ina, there is a
So,
question. Lucy
yes.
is asking, she's curious if you plan ahead your painting, you do not pencil draw it, but do you have any idea of how you are going to do it? Some planning in your head?
No, nothing like this. I typically have some few photo references which I like, and I'm trying to take something from one, something from the second one, something from the third, and I'm trying to combine them and see how the final picture will look together
Thank
with
you.
all this stuff. Yeah, so I'm never planning. When I'm planning, I have not good results. So that's why I'm not planning. Okay. Somebody asked what paper is today. I'm using the Sanders Waterford today, 140 lb or 300 grams, texture rough. So I'm waiting the front.
And Ina paints with velvet, black velvet, silver. What was it exactly?
Yeah,
Ina?
silver brush, black
Silver
velvet
brush,
series.
velvet, black velvet. That's wonderful brushes. And she is ambassador of this, of
Yeah,
the brushes.
I love them with all my heart. All my students using them, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
suggest them too. They're synthetic in squirrel and carry a lot of water, and they are, for what they do, they're not that expensive either.
yeah, and you know what I'm thinking you about the brushes, even if they are expensive, it is a good investment for your future work, because you know you buy your one brush and it will work for you for years. For example, this is my first silver brush. You see, it's very old. I bought it maybe 6 years ago, and I'm using this almost every day. But the hair is still like new. So do not be afraid to invest in good brushes.
Oh, it is important. Paper, brushes, and paints.
Yes, invested, invested in everything. Like I'm saying to all my students, ask your relatives, your friends to give you a gift cards to the art stores because you will spend lots of money for the art supplies. Okay, so my paper should be totally wet because, yeah, it will dry faster than I expecting. So I'm trying to have lots of water on the surface. So I will squeeze the fresh colors. I like to use more the fresh colors from the tubes because in this case they give more. First of all, it is easy to take them, and second, they give the most brightness, the most strong color when they fresh. Neutral. So the red I will not take fresh because I don't need to have much red, but green and blue and neutral, yes, I will need. So typically I'm always starting from something, something, how to say, something very abstract and creating some kind of light shadow first. So with a large brush, I will take the cobalt green dip first and we'll add a little bit of blue, Mayan dark blue. I will mix them together a little bit and I will start to play around to create the composition of the water because the water is always changing. That's why I'm trying to not follow in pictures or references or something like this because this kind of subject can be very different in the next second. So that's why, yeah, for me it is more about showing the feelings, showing the expression of the water, but in the same time, I'm trying to not make it perfect. I will add some color for the sky, for having some kind of contrast between lighthouse and the sky. So I will add a little bit more blue here. And in this place, I want to have very, very high crashing, very, very high wave with the crashing water. I will add a little bit more green. And with a large brush, first I will create some kind of the shadows in the form here. Then I'm taking the smallest brush and I will start to create the texture of water and create more deep colors around. And then we will see how it will go in. Because again, for me, it is more about what will happen on my paper. So I'm adding green with blue around. Everything is wet, everything is bleeding right now, but I'm okay with this. I like when the paints are flowing on the paper. This is creating some kind of magic. More color.
Do you always paint wet and wet, Ina?
No, not always. If we have rain, I'm not wetting it. Yeah, because in Calgary, we have 300 days of the sun. So it's, and because the city is located above of the sea level, like maybe 2 kilometers or something like this, the sun is really hot here. So yeah, when we have a very, very dry weather, I'm always wetting the paper. But sometimes I'm just using my spray bottle more if I'm not wetting the both sides. I can wet only front, and I will help it with just spraying the paper and not giving it to dry. So green, blue again. I'm mixing all these colors together, and I'm adding a little bit more texture. And now I will spray it a little bit, especially in the part where I have the crashing wave here, and also in the bottom. And I will give some movement, because for me, you know, when you create in the water, you need to use water. So the water in this case is the best supply for showing the movement. And also when we add in the water, you see how the granulation is showed up. So it is creating incredible texture.
We have a lot of people watching on Facebook, and some of our ambassadors are also there, because now in Europe is evening, so they are still watching.
Nice. I hope they have a fun time in Italy. I wish
Sure
I
they
could be
do.
there. Yeah, but my painting is here. So if you will see my painting, please don't be shy to take a picture with this and send it to me. Okay, so here I want to have some kind of splashing water on the right side. So maybe I will add something with splashes of the color and also with splashes with water. I will take a little bit lighter color and will add more shadows and more splashes on my large wave here. Splashing is my favorite part, actually. And I believe all my students love it too. Like, they asking me all the time, Minna, when we will do the splashing? We don't want to do the details. We want splashes. So I'm adding a little bit more here. And again, I will spray it a little bit. And again, I will give some movement. I want to add a little bit more waves on the bottom part. And more splashes again. Some of them I will blend for showing more movement of water. Again, blue and green. I'm not adding anything else. And a little bit more texture into the water. Okay. Maybe I will leave it to dry right now, and I will add some details on the lighthouse. So the lighthouse is white, but we need to add some kind of the shadows on the lighthouse. So I will take a blue. I will take a little bit of red, just for change the shade of the blue. I will dry my brush, and I will put this shadow here. Yeah, and as you can see, my paper is still wet, so the brush strokes are not creating the hard edges.
There is a question, Ina. If she adding paint to the paper, which is still shiny with water, do you wait the paper to lose the shiny? I'm sorry, the shine.
Um, can you explain your question, please? What do you mean? If
Do you wait for the paper to lose the shine, or
when
you
I'm
go?
wetting it?
Yes.
No, I'm not waiting. I'm starting to work exactly on the wet surface. So because for me it is I'm using a dry brush, so for me it is not necessary to to wait until it will be completely dry. So yeah, I'm not waiting.
Thank you. In your board is not inclined. You paint flat.
I have some small angle because this board have this thing. You see, I will show this one.
Very slightly.
So yeah, very slightly, but again, if I need to have an angle, I will put it like this, and I will have more higher angle. But generally, yes, very slightly.
Slight
So
inclination.
I want to add some kind of the details in this part. And actually, I want to show some kind of water here. Like, the water is crashing on the lighthouse and it is going down from the surface. So I will spray it again. I will spray it again here a little bit. And we'll give some movement and some color. My paper is starting to dry, so I need to be a little bit faster right now.
It must be very dry climate. You wetted it so heavily and it's still drying.
Yes, it is drying because you can see, for example, that this part, I hope you can see, this part is dry right now, but this part is still shiny because I sprayed it a few times. So, but yeah, again, it is about the weather in Calgary. All the time it is drying very fast. That's why I'm actually trying to paint fast, because I love to go only with one layer, two maximum. The second one is typically for the details. And again, I'm never going back to the same picture because for me it is important to show, okay, guys, I want to show this one right now, and I will show you this way, because tomorrow I will show it in another way. Tomorrow I will be a different person, so I'm trying to do everything at once. Some more splashes and movement around. Okay, I believe I can start to add the details to the lighthouse. So small brush, dry brush without any color, and I will put the color on the top of the lighthouse here. In this part, actually, paper is still wet.
Svetlana is asking if the size is a quarter sheet. I think this is a half sheet, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a half sheet, yes. My favorite size, actually. I do not like small sizes.
Thank you.
And neutral. All the details. I'm actually love this thing when paper starting to dry, but it is not completely dry. It is creating some small bleeding stuff. I like it. So as you can see, I'm not waiting until paper will be completely dry for doing something. And some kind of details in this part. Okay. I think I will go back to the water a little bit. Want to add a little bit more darker color on this part. So yeah, the paper is wet here. So no, not wet, dry, sorry. But I'm not adding water anymore. I am just adding the stronger color, because if I will add water, I will ruin this layer. So I'm trying to be careful here, and I'm just adding more darkest shadows and some kind of texture for the water.
Ina, there's a question from the chat in Zoom. How
Yeah.
long did it take you to reach this level of expertise? Since when did you start painting?
Um, I started to learn drawing and all different supplies in 2017. But then, maybe after 1 year, I tried watercolor. And I was like, oh my God, why it is so difficult? I don't get it. Because, with acrylic, you can just cover it and fix it. If you do in the pencils, you can erase them. So I was wondering, why watercolor is not like them? And I'm started to learn it. So generally, yes, with watercolor, I'm 7 years now. And it is not like, I'm still learning. I'm still searching. I'm still trying something new. I'm still trying to improve my skills. The only thing, it is a practice. Practice is very important. So yeah, it is not like some people can get it faster. Some people can get slower because, for example, they don't have much time for the practice. So everything depends on how often you practice it. Because when I was learning watercolor, well, I tried to paint at least 20 minutes every day. And this is the another reason why I'm painting so fast right now. Because when I was learning, my son was small. He didn't sleep too much at daytime. So I had, 20, 30 minutes while he's sleeping for painting. And now this is my technique. That's why I'm trying to do everything at once. You know what? I can feel that I need to stop right now with the water because I like how it looks right now. I just maybe will add some kind of splashes with the color around. And I need to wait maybe 1 minute until my lighthouse will dry and I will add the details. Okay, let me check it. I'm wondering how much time it took. Because yeah, sometimes I'm doing like, challenges for myself, how fast I can be and how fast I can show the whole picture.
You have 23 more minutes, Ina. You're painting
Yeah.
very well. You're doing very well. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
You have time to take a deep breath.
Yes. And can paint another one.
Okay, I can do that definitely. Yeah, I had some demonstrations in Calgary maybe a couple of years ago, and yeah, they gave me 2 hours, and I was like, okay, I will do the mountains because mountains have more texture, so I can be slow. I did that mountains in 40 minutes, and I was like, okay, let's do another one, because we still have time. Yeah, but yeah, I think that I will take this time for creating the details. The paper is starting to dry, so I can go slowly to this process. I will add more darker shadows here under the red top of the lighthouse. And the lighthouses typically have a lamp, so I will fill this spot with something looks like a lamp inside. Neutral. Maybe something inside. So I'm deciding how I will finish it in the process, because again, for me, I'm not, I do not like to have too much details. For me, better less than more. So I'm trying to control myself, but of course sometimes I lose control and I can overdo the work. So I need to find a solution how to learn how to stop in time, Okay. Neutral. More dry brush strokes here and here. Some kind of details under. Okay. Use some kind of fence, something like this. And I will take a flat brush. Neutral. Dry it. And I will put some details here. Like this. Also, the lighthouses typically have some windows. So I will put a window here, the small one. Maybe another one. Okay. And I will add a little bit more color for the water somewhere, maybe here. But again, I need to be careful because this is the part when it is difficult to control yourself, So we need to be careful and not make too much details. I will do some highlights on the water. I'm not using specific brushes for the lifting. And also, I'm never using the masking fluid for having something white, for having something bright. Because, for me, masking fluid is not a good thing. I don't like these hard edges. I prefer everything should be soft. Even it will be not completely white, I prefer to have more soft edges.
Ina, we have a wonderful comment from Roberta. Ina, your technique are so interesting. I can appreciate your comments about the dry climate. My home is 63,000 elevation in Trinidad, Colorado. Amazing work. Thank you for the demonstration.
Oh, thank you so much for this word. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, unfortunately, dry weather is not so cool for the watercolor artist, but we can figure it out, you know. Just use more water. This is another rule for my students all the time. Use more water, so the paper will not dry so fast.
And Sandra said, this reminds me of Turner's painting, the energetic style.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Stacy is asking if you would ever use a hair dryer.
No, never. I'm not using the hair dryer. There is two things which I'm typically doing. So in this case, for example, right now we have the sun outside. The weather is dry, so I don't have much time, you know, for waiting until it will dry. It's dry enough, fast enough for me, so I can work with this, and I can create the picture at once. But sometimes, for example, when I have some kind of humidity or it is not drying so fast like I am expecting, you know, I'm doing the layer and I'm going for a walk. First of all, it is helping me. Do not touch the paper. Do not fix it, because I will not see it. I will be far away from it. And also, it will give time for drying. So I prefer the natural drying. I'm not using the hair dryers.
Right, it has a very nice foggy feeling and the mood of the moment.
Thank you. I will make some kind of more splashes. Yeah, so this is again, this is about what I want to do right now and what I want to show right now. If I will do this picture tomorrow, I will do it different. So yeah, this is the only part in my life where I'm totally losing control, because again, I'm trying to turn off my brain and try and do not control it. So for me, it is the magic of watercolor. When you're not thinking, when you're doing something, and after, you know, some time, you're like, oh, not bad painting, you know? Something like this. To dry, I need to add more water on the brush. Okay, and you know what else I want to do? I want to add the flying bird, because I love to add the birds in the seascapes. I like to add the birds in the landscapes, because for me they, like, you know, they given to picture some kind of alive feeling, like, you know, we have some kind of, you know, a live creature. So I wanted to add the bird maybe somewhere here.
Ina,
I will take a light.
Nicola says, beautiful work, Ina, evocative and vibrant.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful.
I believe we have people from all around the world.
Yes, you do. From everywhere we get wonderful comments on Facebook and on the Zoom.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you. Here will be one bird. And maybe I will add another bird, small one here. So they're flying around the lighthouse. And the third one. Yeah, something like this. So generally it is done. I don't need to do anything else, and I'm feeling then, yeah, if I need to stop right now. If you want,
It's a
I can show you
masterpiece.
closer. Thank
Wonderful.
you.
It is beautiful. Thank you so much. Wow.
Oh, thank you for your kind words.
It really has wonderful atmosphere.
It does, Stella. It really does.
Yeah, so this is typically what I love to do, and yeah, this is my passion. Show water, so show movement, and show this kind of feelings, like some kind of uh, power of the nature. So I cannot explain it very well. So this is what I'm feeling right now. I have a sun outside, but I'm feeling like I want to be in the stormy water on the lighthouse.
It cools you off, I suppose.
Yeah. You
And
captured
Ina,
it
Ina,
well.
just before we forget, I understand you have workshops coming up. Would you like to share about these workshops?
Oh, if you in Calgary, yes, absolutely. If you live in Calgary or not far away from the Calgary, as I mentioned before, I have a studio where I'm teaching almost full time. So yeah, I have lots of classes, workshops. Don't you mind if I will put a link of my studio so people can see what I'm doing? Is that okay?
Oh,
of
yes, yes,
course.
go ahead.
So this is the link of my studio. It's called In Art Studio. Yeah. So if you are in Calgary or around, feel free to contact me. And yeah, I will be happy to see you on my classes, and we'll happy to teach you how to paint sea. Not actually only the sea. I'm teaching all the stuff, but if you want to learn sea, sea is the most, my favorite. My
Ina,
favorite.
there was somebody wondering about if you're using a sponge.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I'm
fun.
using the sponge. Yes,
That is
I
the
do
sponge,
not
yeah.
like to use a paper towel. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'm using this sponge. Very cool thing for traveling also, and it is absorbing so much water.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Where
it
you
is a very
control your water and your brush.
yes, and you don't need to have thousands of paper towels around yourself.
Yes. Ina, another question. Do you paint plein air?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm going for plein air this Sunday with my students. So yes, I'm going plein air because only right now we started to have good weather, so it is time for going outside. Yeah, in Calgary
What
there is not much time for plein air.
what
Yeah.
subject do you enjoy in plein air?
I like to show the water, of course. I like to show the nature. So yes, some kind of river, some kind of lakes, the reflection in the water. So everything dedicated to nature. Actually, I like to do architecture also, but generally I'm feeling more inspired when I'm doing the nature.
Thank you. Any
I
questions anybody
yeah,
has?
I believe there was a question if I stretch in a paper or something like this. Let me try to find it in chat. But generally, well, I'm not scratching paper here, and also I didn't use the tape, the paper tape for having the frame around. It is just sticks on my board.
Because of the water.
Yes, and when it will start to dry, I have some clips which I'm putting around, so the painting will stay flat. But even if it will go a little bit wavy, well, I'm okay with this. I like, to show the people that it is not perfect, it can be wavy. It's not, it should be not completely flat.
Ina, would you put the painting closer to the camera so people can see the whole painting?
Like, you mean
To put it
you
up
mean closer
towards the
to put
camera.
lower my camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Can you please
don't
put
move the
a little
camera.
bit down?
Just put the
No.
yeah
Okay, no problem.
to the left, a little to the
Like
left.
this.
That's is
Perfect.
wonderful.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, Ina. Wow.
Do you have in your studio, because we have still about 7 minutes? Do you have some more paintings around you can show us?
Um,
Do you have loose paintings that you can just show on?
In the studio.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Can you give me a moment? I will come back.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, please.
Absolutely. Sure.
Yes, absolutely. I will show you.
We have few minutes, so it will be nice to see something more.
Right.
She paints very fast, and it's really very evocative and
Yeah.
moody. I enjoyed the mood and the atmosphere in her paintings.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I
What
just
paper-
reading a couple paintings.
Stella, what paper did she use? Was it Saunders or what paper?
The Sanders Waterford, it's 140 pounds. She
Okay,
said.
thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stella, also
Yes.
somebody in the chat was asking about the palette that she uses. If you can ask her what brand. Somebody was asking,
Yeah.
not me.
It's a metal palette, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it, but somebody was asking, so.
Yeah, and somebody's asking about the kind of sponge. I don't know what the kind of sponge it is, but you can use any sponge. I
Right.
use big kitchen sponge that are very absorbent.
And I found mine online. I found mine online, that same sponge. Just Google sponges and it'll come up, it'll pop up.
Yeah.
It's just like a big block, a solid block.
A lot of sponges.
Yeah.
But what is your palette?
Okay, palette. This is the aluminum palette from the Holbein brand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Very cool, very light. I love it. I'm using this one maybe 3 years. I just love it. Perfect for traveling, for everything.
It has a spot to put your thumb when you paint outside to hold it. So it's a
yes. And about the sponge, this is actually called, I found it on Amazon. It is called absorbing sponge for car washing.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can use anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I took some paintings from my studio. So for example, this one, lighthouse. Yeah, this one I also did maybe in 30, 40 minutes, something like this. And the size is half sheet. And this one I like.
Very nice.
Also, lighthouse, crashing water, and the bird. Sometimes I'm doing some kind of architecture.
Very nice.
And I love to do northern lights also.
Beautiful.
Nice. Very nice.
This.
Wow.
And this is one of my favorite.
Stella's boats.
Yes, I love boats.
So this one.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Beautiful.
This.
Wow. Beautiful.
Reminds me a little bit of some of Jan Min's paintings.
Yes, you're right.
It does have a little feel of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Who is your inspiration, Ina? Where do you get your inspiration?
First of all, I love I have three my favorite artists who inspired me truly. First one is Ivan Aivazovsky, because he is the most famous marine artist in the world, I believe. The second one, I love the works of the and I believe, if I remember correctly, his name Andrew White. He did the
he's
tempera.
Great. Yeah.
He did the tempera, and he did amazing watercolors, and they are so specific. I just love them, and I love in his paintings, some kind of feeling. He's showing one woman or one man or one subject. It looks lonely, but in the same times, I have a feeling that is not lonely. It is some kind of feeling. That's why I actually love to do the lighthouses, because the lighthouses looks like lonely in general picture, but when they connect it with the sea, with rocks, with the birds around, it is creating the feeling like you're not alone here, and of course, I love the most. I love some kind of watercolor artist, like my teacher and now my friend Julia Berminova. She's inspired me a lot. And she showed me the amazing world of watercolor a few years ago. We met once in Moscow. It was maybe 5 years ago. And after that, we become, some kind of friends on the distance. So we're chatting sometimes, and I truly appreciate her support. She's helping me and giving some suggestions. So she is one of my favorite. And also, I actually inspired from the artists who doing the portraits also. So actually, I don't have like the list of the the best 10, but the best 2 for me, Andrew White and Ivan Aivazovsky.
Thank you. Ina, thank you very much for being with us and showing you wonderful, expressive painting. We enjoyed it very much, and there are wonderful comments everywhere on the Zoom and in the Facebook. We wish you a wonderful future in watercolor.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
very much for everyone being with us today.
Thank you, Stella, for hosting. You're the best.
Thank you, Stella.
Yes, thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ina. You're beautiful artist.
Bye. Thank you, Ina.
Bye.
Wonderful weekend.
Everybody.
Bye.